Hey guys, Baduk here, and in this video I'm going to talk about this forcing move against this common Joseki. So what is the point of this move? Well, if black, let's say, just connects, which by the way, I recommend more than 90% of the time, then if white has a stone here later, right, then white can actually peep there, and if black tries to cut it off, white can push through, black tries to capture, and white Ataris, and as long as white has this ladder, it's going like this, then black is going to be captured. It's going to be good for white. Now, even if black tries to salvage the situation by Atarying to connect under, white can just capture, black connects under, but white is good because white got stronger in the center, made black smaller, and kept Sente. So, as long as white has the ladder, white can aim for this one. And so how can black try to avoid that then? Well, what if black plays something like this, saying to white, hey, you have a neutral point, 0 point stone, and I'm going to get a nice tiger's mouth and actually get stuff, right? Well, white's going to cut then. Atarying this way is suicide, so black plays here and follows. Also has to play that side. And white's going to just descend. Definitely don't Atari here, by the way. I'll explain why that is what we call Ajikeshi, removing good possibilities. So white descends, and if black just takes, then later in the endgame, white's going to get a nice squeeze here to reduce black's size and make white bigger. So this is something black usually doesn't want. It's too much reduction. So black tries to maximize by playing here. Now, a common mistake I see is to connect, but it's a little complicated, but basically in the end game, like let's say that this Aji, which I'm going to talk about again, this is the same peep that we looked at before, right? And so even with this tiger's mouth, like if white has a stone here, still there can be this peep. So it just goes to show how rarely the tiger's mouth would be good. But let's say that black has like all the points here and there's no Aji of peep because black is just going to connect and white has nothing to connect back to, then after Atarying here in that case, white can actually attach here. And this is going to be giving black a stone, but if black actually takes the stone, then it's going to be a ko. So like if black plays here, white can throw in there for a ko. And if black avoids ko, white can just play here. Or, optionally push once and then play here. And it's going to be a ko from that side because white still has 3 liberties and black only has 2. So black cannot let that happen. So after white has Atari'd there, when white attaches, even if black does just be careful and play here or like play here, white still is going to benefit from the fact that black is not responding to that. So it's going to be some endgame reduction. So to avoid this, black plays here, and this extra guaranteed point of real eye space is extremely meaningful. Like when this happened and white attached, you see that that spot got filled up instead of becoming part of black's eye space. And this here is, of course, a false eye. So when black plays here to protect that eye space, white can Atari or play like this to threaten the snapback. And in this case, like even if white fills all the outside liberties later on, black actually does not owe a move because no matter what white does, like Hane, then black makes an eye. Pushes whatever, black just blocks. White did not gain any liberties, 3 and 3. And if white connects, then black just plays here, and white cannot approach because it's self-Atari. Even if white tries to play the move that black played, black just descends. And then if white takes black's liberty, black just Ataris. So you can see that after black has made that extra eye space there, in the endgame, black's going to keep everything. So we already talked about this peep. Yeah. So like in this case, if white tries to capture, then black just takes the stone. And here, then white's going to cut and then play here or Atari. Very bad for black. So definitely black has to connect and then white's able to play here. Just like the thing we saw at first. So in most cases, you don't want to play this tiger's mouth, but in some game situations, there could be a special reason why this is like super valuable for the outside. So You can use your own judgment, but most of the time when you think it's the right case, you're going to be wrong, because actually the points gain for white, not only making black respond with a lot of moves, but the value of this descent is very big because, first of all, when black, later on, even when black just gets the normal late game Hane and connect, just preventing this is already big because like if white just fixes, then white lost points in Sente and black gained points in Sente. And if white doesn't, then there can be clamp, there can be peep, there can be even just normal reductions, which reduce white's territory to almost nothing in the end. So not only that, but black even has invasions like this one, which is like if white tries to deny the connection under, then black can jump and play like large knight, which is one of the Joseki to invade this kind of shape. Or in some cases, black plays Hane on the outside and forces white to cut through here and basically takes something on the outside. But just in terms of taking away the points directly, it would be like this. So there are invasions, and all those disappear basically when white has a free stone there. So that's what this probe is all about, and almost always you should connect like this, and just bear with the fact that this may be possible sometimes when white has a stone here. Also, it's ladder related, remember that, right? If you're white, yeah, if you happen to have a stone here, just make sure you check the ladder before this one. And when black connects, of course black can block here to force white to save the two stones and do it in Sente. But I think slightly more often what I see is actually pushing along and Hane and trying to really sort of usurp Sente from white and be a bit more active. But it really depends on the game. So yeah,